Calgary Real Estate Market Update. What's up, guys? Let's have a look what Calgary Real Estate Board is telling us on what's happening on the real estate of Calgary. Is it finally crashing? Is the bubble bursting? And what to expect, guys? Well, we know what to expect in the United States. And a friend of mine who gave me this just recently, he went to one of the rallies of Trump. And well, he's not necessarily a fan of Trump, but he knows that I like Trump in a way, even though I don't get to vote because I'm not an American. So I just put it here, let it be on the video as well. And now let's look at Canada and Calgary real estate market update. So what Calgary Real Estate Board is telling us that we don't already know on Calgary real estate market. Is it going to crash? Is it bubble going to burst and finally homes are going to be free? Well, let's find out because well, guys, Republicans are in the United States. We'll see if they win or not. Conservatives, are they going to win in Canada? Let's find out on the next elections. Now, let's have a look at the Calgary Real Estate Report. So every month, I get a report like this one. I'm going to put it for you on the screen right now, and I'm going to read it for you. So check this out. Every month, I get something like this from Calgary Real Estate Board. And here's what's happening. I'll read it out for you. Calgary, Alberta, October 1, 2024. Sales gain for homes priced above 600,000 offset declines at the lower end of the market, resulting in October sales that were similar to last year. The 2,174 sales in October increased over September and stood 24% above long-term trends for the month. Housing demand has stayed relatively strong in our market as we moved into the fourth quarter, with October sales rising over last month, said Annie Mary, chief economist of CREB, Calgary Real Estate Board in short. However, activity would likely have been stronger in more supply choices existed to lower priced homes. Supply levels on the market are improving relatively to the ultra low levels of experienced last year, but much of the gains have been driven by higher priced units for each property type. The result condition for far more balanced the upper end and market versus seller's market condition at a lower and mid-price range for each property type. Guys, so what's happening right now in short summarization is that we have a more balanced market on the higher price range where the homes are more expensive, and well, we have more of a seller's market for those ones that are more affordable. So we are in a weird shift in market situation right now. Now, the gains in new listings relatively to sales over past 6 months have supported inventory gains in the city. As of October, 4,966 units were available, is a significant improvement over the near record low of 3,205 units reported last October. So we have more inventory. While inventories are starting to reach a level more consistent with the long-term trends, the inventory composition has changed. Nearly half of all residential inventory is now priced above $600,000. That basically means, guys, is that half of what we have, you need to have budget of $600,000 or more to be able to afford it. Adjustment to supply are helping move the market away from the tight conditions experienced in the spring. However, conditions remain relatively tight with 2.3 months of supply and 67% sales to new listing ratio. And the month of supply does very significant by price range, property type. For example, detached home priced below $700,000 are reporting less than 2 months of supply, while homes priced over $1 million are reported over 3 months supply. This is likely resulting in different price pressures depending on the price range and property type. Overall, the total residential benchmark price was $592,500 in October, over 4% higher than last October, and the year-to-date basis average over 8% higher than last year levels. The unadjusted benchmark price did ease slightly over the last month due to seasonal factors, as seasonal adjustment price remained relatively stable for October compared to September. Now, guys, let's look at some pictures. So, total residential price is $592,500. it is 4.5% up year to year. That's all real estate. Detached homes, as you can see, the benchmark is 753,900. It's up by 8.1% year to year. Semi-detached is explaining, guys, it's duplexes, basically duplexes. Because people call me and they're like, Igor, I wish a market report. What the hell is semi-detached? It's, guys, when you have one home attached to another home, so it's half a home. It's almost detached, but not fully. On one side, it's not attached to another property, so it's semi-detached. $677,000. It's up by 8% year to year. Row is which is townhouses, guys, townhomes. I want to also emphasize that townhomes, they can be condo or they can be freehold. So it's just townhome, and it's not necessarily condominium. It can be a different kind of townhomes. I'm just explaining to people who are going to be asking me questions what that is. Townhome is basically just like on a picture when you have multiple properties stuck together, and also they have all separate entrances, not like apartments where you go through one door and there are multiple units. You have all your entrances. It's almost like a house. It could be semi-detached if it's on the end of the spectrum, but it is a townhome. So its benchmark is 456,600, and it's up by 8.1%. Finally, apartments, simple to explain, 341,700, and it's up by 11.4%. Now let's look at, guys, months of supply. You see, it's up by 54.6%. That means we are going up. We are, guys, at 2.28% of inventory. So that, guys, means that we have more inventory than before, and that is a good news for home buyers. Not so great for the sellers, but it's a great news for home buyers because we have more availability and more supply, more inventory. Now also, guys, as we see, inventory is up by 54.9%. Months of supply is essentially, guys, is how much stuff we have on the market. So inventory goes up, and see, the numbers are close to each other. They push the months of supply to as well. And new listings, that's very important, is up by 21.6%. So we have more inventory, more new listings, and more months of supply. Perfect time to buy homes. Way better than not too long ago when we had all this multiple offer situation and madness. Now, guys, here's the Calgary market statistics. If you want, take a screenshot of this page or pause it and watch it again. Dig through the numbers. I don't want to bore you too much with the numbers. Let me read the conclusions for you again from the city of Calgary, basically Calgary Real Estate Board. So what we have here for detached properties, home sales rose for detached homes to 1,071 in October, again over last month, nearly 10% higher than last year. While new listings were higher than last year, they slowed over the last month, causing the sales to new listing ratio to raise 69% and prevent any further monthly gains in inventory levels. With 2,199 units available, the months of supply remains nearly 2 months, again over under 2 months of reported last year at this time, but slightly lower than last month. The unadjusted detached benchmark price was 753,900 in October, slightly lower than last month, but still 8% higher levels to the last October. So as you can see, the prices went down a little bit compared to the last month, but they're still higher than they were last year. That's what they're saying. Additionally, supply choices in the higher price range have gained some of the pressure of the market prices. However, the recent monthly pullbacks are more related to seasonal conditions, as seasonality adjusted prices have remained relatively stable over the last 3 months. Guys, I want to also remind you that I currently have a listing available for you for sale. I work with eXp Realty, myself as a realtor in Calgary, Alberta. There is an awesome property in Sundance. I also have an amazing guy's property coming out as an apartment condo in Parkdale, basically Northwest. I think you'll love it, guys. It's not yet listed on the market. It's coming up in a few days. So I have some listings coming up for you. Don't forget to reach out to me, and guys, and I'll arrange a viewing for you if that's something in your searches. So I have a condo apartment which is in amazing shape, renovated, and in a great building. There's 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. And I also have a detached property for you in a lake community of Sundance with lake access that has basically, guys, it's awesome. It has 4 bedrooms. It has a legal basement suite, and yeah, and it's right now listed at 735. It's a great deal. It's 1984 property, has 3 furnaces, triple pane windows, and yeah, that property would generate income to pay for itself essentially. Anyways, guys, I'll leave this. If you want to, you can check it out or give me a shout. Now let's get back to the market report. I'm just telling you about the inventory that I have for you, my viewers on this channel, available right now. If you want to buy, I'm selling it. I'm selling it in Calgary for you right now. I'm the listing agent. Anyway, semi-detached. Let's look at what the sales in October rose over the last month and were over 6% higher than levels reported last year at this time, contributing to year-to-date growth over 3%. New listings for semi-detached homes have also been on the rise, supporting some steady gains in inventory levels. The shift of supply compared to demand has helped push the market towards the balanced conditions, especially for higher priced properties. However, with only 2 months of supply, the overall conditions still favor the seller. The unadjusted benchmark price was 677 in October, similar to last month, and over 8% higher than last year. Year-to-date prices have averaged to an over 18% gain. Row townhouses. Following a strong start to the year, sales activity has slowed since June. However, pullback in demand in sales is not due to the shift in demand but related to supply constraint. The decline in sales have been driven by homes priced under $400,000. So there's not many townhouses under $400,000, and I'm just emphasizing it to one of the families that I'm shopping with right now for townhomes below $400,000. There's just not enough inventory. The same segment of the market, which is reported a 35% decline in new listings year to date, sales have remained relatively stable compared to the last year, as pullback in the lower range offsets the gain in the upper price range. Over 70% of sales have occurred over 400,000, a significant shift from the last year where the upper accounted for 47% of the sales. Improvements in sales did cause the months of supply to push above the 2 month in October. The first time has been happening since the end of 2021. Supply growth, especially the upper price range, has helped take some pressure off prices. However, the unadjusted benchmark price of 456,600 price is still over 8% higher than last October, and year to date, which has averaged an increase nearly 16%. That's insane, guys. And also for apartments, while sales in October improved over the last month of October, makes the 5th consecutive month with year-to-year decline. However, it's important to note that 6,782 sales so far this year are only down slightly over the last year's record high, and nearly double the number of sales we have averaged over the previous decade. Higher lending rates, raising rents, and limited supply chose for lower priced properties have fulfilled demand for apartment condominiums. However, like other properties types, sales decline were driven by pullbacks for lower priced units due to a significant drop in supply. Inventory levels in October did rise over the previous year, with most of the gains occurring in $300,000 to $500,000 range, supporting more balanced conditions in those price ranges. Meanwhile, conditions remain relatively tight for lower priced condominiums. The additional supply choice, especially in the higher range of the condominium market are taking some of the pressure off the prices. In October, an adjusted benchmark price was 341,700, down over the last month, but still 11% higher than last year's levels. While much of the monthly decline can be attributed to seasonal factors, area relatively high number of newly constructed and completed projects are impacting resale activity, resulting in a slightly higher monthly decline. Nonetheless, on a higher monthly decline, nonetheless, on the average year to date, prices are nearly 17% higher than levels reported last year. So what we can see is from all the property types, guys, everything is still up. However, it is down in many cases compared to the last time, to the last month. So we can see there's a seasonal slowdown for condos. They're just building more properties. And guys, essentially, the market did slow down. And if you're selling property, and I'm right now selling two properties, guys, it's it is a time where you would probably get slightly less money that you would be getting last month because the market started shifting a little bit. That's a good time. It's a good time when the market is starting to shift to a lower end to actually buy the properties. That's the weirdest thing that I'm saying, and people never listen to me because everyone wants to buy a property when the market is skyrocketing and going up. And basically at that time, people actually buy. But right now is the time to buy. That's what I wanted to say, because the market is shifting and the prices are actually affordable this month, more affordable than they were last month. So just be ready and be like, you are watching this video, you're ahead of everybody else. Other people who are not watching these videos, they're going to be waiting for their neighbors to make decisions for them. You're doing your own research. Now check out this Calgary monthly statistics. See total residential benchmark price. This is the map of Calgary. Over here, guys, you can see the entire Calgary and all the prices. So what I wanted to show you guys is north of Calgary, 3.2% growth, not too much. Northeast, 7.8%. Northwest, 5.1%. West of Calgary, 5.9% year to year. Downtown is the slowest growth, 1.1%. East of Calgary, it's like Dover, Forest Lawn, bad communities. People cry about them, like Ogden and stuff like that. Well, my goodness, it's up by 11.5% year to year. South of Calgary, that's where I am right now, 6.2%, and Southeast, 5%. So those are, and you can see the numbers are benchmarks are there too, so you can see the prices across Calgary. Let's go to the next chart. Here we have the entire monthly statistics package. You can pause the video, you can have a look at it, you can see the total of sales, you can see the billions of dollars in sales volume that we have in Calgary. You would think Calgary is a small place. Look at the numbers. Wow, look at those numbers. You can see 14, how many zeros there? Like $14 billion of real estate sold year to date. Last year was 13 billion. Wow, we're selling more homes now. There is money in Calgary. People are so mistaken thinking that Calgary doesn't have money. Anyways, let's look at this beautiful chart. I love chart. You know, like Trump likes immigration charts. I like market charts, like this one. And check this out. So what do we have here? The green line is basically trend, and months of supply is the blue stuff. So if you can look over here, what happened here? This stuff is going down. It's going down. There is a double up, and then it's going down. If you ever learn trends, guys, like, you do know that at some point it's going to go up. It's not going to go down forever. That is a benchmark price change. As you can see, as the inventory has been going up, and you can see it's always going like this. It's going like wave on an ocean, up and down, up and down, up and down. Even here it went up and down. It's always like that. It's never going up or only down. It looks, guys, that the inventory could go down, or would it go up first and then go down, because there is always a fluctuation and the trend is shifting. So we have more inventory, as in you can see, as the inventory goes up, you can see that the price and benchmark starts to slide down, guys. So it's interesting. Do your analysis of this chart. I'm not going to be making predictions because we have a lot of mortgage and other things happening on the market. We have 30-year amortization for first-time home buyers, $1.5 million for the first-time home buyers as a budget with less than 20% down. We have 30-year amortization, $1.5 million. We have interest rates being cut crazy by 0.5%, 50 basis points, and another cut coming up in December, potentially. Probably it will happen anyways. And we also have talks about canceling stress test. So guys, next year might be interesting. It's going to be an interesting spring, guys. It's going to be very interesting market. It's going to be very interesting market. Just buckle up and let's enjoy the ride, guys. One of the realtors in my gym that I'm working out in YMCA, he's an awesome guy. His name is Mario, and I had a conversation. He told me, I was like, "What do you think, Mario?" He's like, "Well, definitely going to be a shit show." I think, "What kind of shit show?" He's like, "Oh, it's not going to be good for anyone else, but we'll make a lot of money. There's going to be lots of things happening, and I'm buckling up. I'm getting ready for whatever is going to come starting next spring." So, guys, it's good that you're watching these things and you're ahead of the trend because next spring you might be behind. Just beware of the information I'm providing to you in this video. Buckle up. It's going to be a roller coaster. I'm just thinking, guys, it's going to be a roller coaster. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. Well, I kind of have a guess, but it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Now here's the summary statistics. You can look at the detached sales. You can compare the 2023, 2024, take a screenshot. If I go through these numbers, people hate numbers. So I'm just going to, pause here, take a screenshot, have a look at it if you want to look at the numbers. And let's move to the next chart. This one, same thing, guys. Too many numbers, you'll be bored. Take a screenshot if you're a number geek like myself. Have a look at it. It's going to be a very long video if I stop for you here. You can see this is the colors. So you can see city center, west, northwest. So this entire thing is separated by colors. So once again, have a look at it. Let's go to the next chart. I want to show you something visual, easy to understand. District trends. You can also, guys, see this are the trends by the areas of the city. This is the trends by the total inventory. You see, we have more inventory in 2024. It's going up. We actually have a big increase in northeast of Calgary, as you can see on the 2024 right over here. Now, months of supply. This is by property type as well, and by the place of the city. Now we have a benchmark comparisons as well, guys, by benchmark by parts of the city. All of this is, take a screenshot, have a look at it yourself later on. I'm going to just pause for you if you want to have screenshots or have pause so that you are comfortable with that. Now let's look at the total inventory by price range. Guys, this is an interesting one. So if you look at this one, I like this chart. Is that you can see how much inventory we have under $200,000. Not much at all. Most of it is in city center. Those are apartments. So you can see what the inventory is looking like. The biggest inventory is in the range of $700 to $1 million. And we have plenty of properties over $1 million properties. And a bunch of them are in the city centers. You can see it's purple over here. So that's interesting, guys. You can see now also what we have here, total sales by price range. This is what we have, what is getting sold by price range. And as you can see, most of the stuff that's getting sold is actually 700 to $1 million in that price range. Now we can also see by property type. You can see, guys, city center on this one. You can see this this yellow 239 number, city center. Those are apartments. So we have most of the things getting sold are condos in downtown. And in the south of Calgary, you can see those are detached properties. So we have detached homes getting sold over there. Now, guys, let's go to the next one. Once again, if you want to dig in those numbers, here's the raw data. Take a screenshot. I want to show you something else. Total sales by price range. As you can see, guys, this is also by the year. This is way better chart. I love this chart, guys. You can see that in 2024, this year, most of the properties getting sold are in 700 to 999,000 dollar range, and you can see that we had slightly less of those properties getting sold in 2023 and 2022. Just shows you overall increment in price. And we also have more properties that are getting sold in $1 million range. But if you look at 2021, most properties were getting sold in 400 to $500,000 range and 300 to $399,000 range. This year, less properties getting sold, and we have almost nothing in $200,000 range. If you can see that little red thingy there, that's basically what's getting sold in this price range right now. So this is just a general indication of the prices that are year over year. For the past 4 years, they went up by so much. So you can probably assume, guys, if you just visualize things, you can see that the market has shifted from from blue and it's into green, into yellow, and now basically everything became way more expensive, and that's where we are right now in the red. You can see the detached properties getting sold. Now we can also break it down by total sales, guys, to total residential sales, and also you can see month of inventory, months of supply, and trends. You can see the sales are going down. Over here you see, as we have sales going down, we have inventory going up, which is blue on this chart, and you can see the benchmark price is heading down. It was going up, up, up. This is when I was telling one of my clients, I sold their home just a few months back, and I was telling them, sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it quickly, and they didn't want to list it at that time. And it was May, June, and that was the peak of the market, and then it started going down. They waited a little bit. Luckily we sold it a little bit sooner, before the prices started heading down even more than it is right now. So you can see the downward trend with the inventories going up, and basically it's more difficult to sell, slightly more difficult, still easy but slightly more difficult. uh, we can go through the numbers again. Here's a big bunch of numbers, guys. I'm going to show this video in 4K, so take a screenshot for yourself. But you can also look at the price ranges by price ranges year to date in October, as you can see once again. This all of this is going to be very repetitive because we already looked at a lot of these numbers. So here's for the detached properties specifically. If you want, pause it, have a look at it yourself later on. I'm going to go chart by chart for you. So you can see over here detached and this 10-year average, new listings. I like this one a lot. CCT of Calgary detached month of inventory, and you can see how it fluctuates and everything. So months of supply going up and the trend slowing down, benchmark price going down here in the middle of the, see, it was again going up, up, up from there. Look at what happened, guys. Look what happened here. Look at this chart. Look at this: January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Wow, what the hell happened there, guys? You think for yourself, but I say, guys, it's really interesting. It's really interesting. It is, sometimes we have to look at the history. What is future? The future is one forgotten past. Basically, just a small hint of what I'm thinking might be happening. So take a screenshot over here, guys, and other data. But I might be wrong too. I'm not a fortune teller. I just want to show you. I can only speculate based on the data. It's up to you to make your decisions. I'm not going to be making decisions for you or claim anything right now. Here's more data for you guys. We also have some for semi-detached properties like duplexes. And my kid is crying. I don't know if you're going to hear it on video. I'm going to be shutting this video down a little bit very shortly. It's time to put the kids to sleep, but I want to show you a little bit more, guys, quickly. So this is the chart for the townhouses. Have a look at it. You can see that most of them are getting sold in the range of $400,000 to $500,000 and $500,000 to $600,000 in 2024. You see how they got sold. There used to be a plenty of them. in 2022 in 300 to 400,000 dollars. This year you're looking at 400 to 600,000 dollars, essentially based on this chart. Okay, these are the townhouses in more details for you. I'm doing small pauses for you so you have enough time to take a picture. This is by the city center, months of supply, price range. We have lots of data here for you. By northeast of Calgary, you can have a look at this too. Now we have north of Calgary. You see the data. If you want, you can pause it any moment and look at it again. Northwest. I'm just making pauses for you so it's easier for you to pause the video yourself and go back to this data by the area in the city. So if you want to get into those details yourself, just reach out to me and I'll send you this entire PDF, guys. Just reach out, send me your details, and I'll send it to you. Southeast, again. East of Calgary, again. And now this is the entire map of Calgary, guys. Look at this. I know it's not a clear map, but look at this. There is already a Hotchkiss community. There's 365. You can read it. It's called Hotchkiss over there. See, guys, Pine Creek. Look at what's happening here. There's guys, everything is Alpine Park. I don't know if you can see this. Guys, Wolfville. I don't know if you can see all those communities here, but this is essentially stuff is getting built all around Calgary. Uh, Calgary is growing so fast. They're widening Deerfoot at some places. I'm looking around Calgary, guys, and Calgary is becoming a huge, huge city. And yeah, I just want to say that we are living at the most interesting times, probably one of the best times to invest in Calgary, one of the best times to own something in Calgary, one of those times while Calgary is still affordable. You don't know what's going to be in this city in the next 30 years. My assumption, guys, and now this is the only assumption where I think I'll be actually right, is that if you buy a property right now in Calgary, you're not going to regret it in 25 to 30 years because it's going to be a gigantic freaking city. It's going to be just huge. It's going to be beautiful, and it is already beautiful. So, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll show you once again. This is what we have in Calgary here. And I want to thank you for watching this entire video. Ask me any questions and I'll make a follow-up video or I'll respond to your questions in the comments down below, guys. I just wanted to make this video instead of me walking around. We just look at the data. I don't make things up in this video. Everything is presented to you by statistics, by the numbers, and I love the numbers. I just don't like to get into too much numbers because I also noticed on YouTube analytics, people don't really like getting deep into numbers as much as I do when I'm here by myself. But it's pretty simple, guys. The market is slowing down, but we don't know what's going to be the next. It's like a Pandora box is about to open. It's going to be interesting. I'm really excited about what's going to happen. You know, guys, people are saying, oh, realtors, they want the market to go up. Whether it goes up or down, people always buy and sell homes. They will always be buying or selling homes. So it doesn't really matter personally for me what's going on in the market. But it does. I invested in a bunch of real estate. I own a bunch of homes myself. And of course, I want them to go up in prices. Of course, I am motivated for the market to go up in that way. But besides that, guys, my goal is to service the communities, to service you. I'm going tomorrow to Blackfalds. I purchased a home for Ukrainian, a nice Ukrainian family there, and in Red Deer as well. I go so far out of Calgary nowadays as well. Not only everywhere in Calgary do I service as an agent, I also service in cities around Calgary. And I even have partnerships in Edmonton. So if you're in Edmonton, reach out and I'll send you to my amazing partners that know local market insanely well. But if you're in Calgary, you are up to and a little bit past Red Deer, feel free to reach out to me. I have the knowledge that you need. Thanks for watching and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.